Hello, 1060 Sean. Here is our second part of our WrestleMania week set of videos that we're doing. This one covering actual WrestleMania. So I've not done a vlog this year. This is more of like a reaction video, mainly just because I think when you're vlogging stuff, you're not like sort of there in the moment. I wanted to sort of experience. You want to experience. If you're at WrestleMania, you want to experience everything. So here's me essentially like just get your backside out of the way, Phil. This is the first moment that we set eyes on the set for WrestleMania.
Yes, oh my day.
Always an excellent moment, just because WWE, they always go to town with their WrestleMania sets. I mean, only Vince McMahon would build a roller coaster in a football stadium, for crying out loud. And it's always a great moment when you first come out and you see the sets. It's always excellent. See, we've got this big obnoxious pillar in our view, which was a surprise to us. So here is a what is seeming to be a WrestleMania tradition, and that is the unofficial pre-show. So here's a little bit of what happened last year's unofficial pre-show. Just turn up, start wrestling each other. Dog turns up, DDT's a guy, of course, gets the cover in the 1, 2, 3. Because wrestling, why not? That's probably the craziest it got, you'd think. But no, some dude turns up with his picnic table, the whole thing goes ECW, and then the next thing you know, some guy's getting killed rolls with a white noise or a picnic table. And this is just before WrestleMania. This is grown-ups, man. Don't try this at home. It takes a tombstone. I think if he didn't protect his head yet, he would have broken his neck just before WrestleMania. So what would happen at this year's unofficial pre-show? So I'm filming this guy. This old dude's turned up to WrestleMania with a boring Oldberg sign, already deciding that he's not going to have a nice time. So I'm filming him, basically, so I can be like, what is your chat, mate? Then as you can see, the fans are like, wait a second, something is happening over here. And if you look, see someone's little legs are flying up there. Zoom in closer so you can have a little look. And what is it? So this video was doing the rounds on Facebook. Turns out that the people who are going to the unofficial pre-show this year had come in costume, in full attires. Ric Flair then shows up and starts chopping the life out of Austin, hacking him down, gets his little skinny Austin legs. Ultimate Warrior over there, slaps in the figure 4. These people look absolutely unimpressed, whilst the rest of the arena are going crazy. And then they all hug and it's all fun. So you can go the whole of your life wanting to perform at WrestleMania, just turn up dressed as a wrestler and you can still get arena people chanting for you. Well done then, excellent work. So on to the actual pre-show now. Look how obnoxious that pillar is though, oh my days. Austin Aries versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. I was thrilled that Neville managed to get his big moment at WrestleMania, being the first to defend this incarnation of the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania. For me, I don't see that much difference between the pre-show and actual WrestleMania anymore, really. It's essentially like a 8-hour show. If you're on the show, I think you're on the show for me. So, perfect match to open things. Quality contest, Red Arrow. Well done, guys. Excellent work. And after being injured, Neville finally gets his little moment, which is good news. Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Yeah, everyone's all involved. Goldust in like WrestleMania 12 version Goldust there. Going into this Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I was pretty much going on one school of thought, and that was anyone but Mojo Rawley. And what happened? What happened? Listen.
No, please, God, no.
Listen.
No, just anyone but Mojo Rawley.
I'm sure Mojo in real life is a nice guy, but his character is like...
He's gone.
The idea of my worst ever person. Like, one of those crazy overhyped guys. I forgot I did this. Oh man, look at that face. Absolutely having none of it. But well done, Mojo. Got his WrestleMania moment, a celebrity bit as well. So, Mojo the actual person, well done. Mojo the character, no thanks. This was good because I'm actually in the stadium. It was another 4 minutes I actually got in the stadium last year. Missed the whole pre-show. So that was excellent. AJ Styles, Shane McMahon. So happy that Shane basically proved all those people wrong who said that he couldn't hang with AJ Styles. He went in there and put on one of the best matches, probably my favourite match of the entire card. with AJ Styles. So the people who are saying, oh, AJ could have had a 5-star match with someone like Nakamura, yeah, sure, definitely could, but where do you put that match on a 5-hour show? Because that match is going to be so good, it's going to completely burn the crowd out. If it's not your main event, then I don't know where you put it on a 5-hour card. Just Shane McMahon here. Oh, who's that behind the pillar? There he goes. Just crashing through the table. And back to my earlier point of where do you put that match on the card. If The Undertaker's retiring, for me, that's your main event every single day of the week. So I feel that was an excellent use of everyone, in my personal opinion, in the context of this year's WrestleMania. Will AJ Styles have a 5-star match at Mania? Obviously he will. Anyway, got to move on, because here comes KO for KO Mania. Kevin Owens, who's going to be facing off against Chris Jericho, and so many excellent little moments, little details. This is what's so good about Jericho and Owens, is that these little details. I wasn't emotionally ready for this, by the way.
Oh, I can't deal with this. It's too emotional.
I can't. The Festival of Friendship, I need to blank that out of my mind because of sadness. But there was there's the inflatable list of Jericho, also excellent. But there's a bit where Kevin breaks the pin by putting his little finger on the ropes, and I always just thought that was an absolute masterstroke of wrestling beauty. Brilliant. Also pleased to see the return of the Jericho countdown clock. Also as well, you could buy a list of Jericho at WrestleMania, which was essentially a clipboard, for $25 for a clipboard, man. I mean, everything else was reasonably priced. Like, reasonably priced, as in not too expensive, but $25 for a clipboard. I mean, whoever thought that was fine, you just made my list, because that is too much to charge people for a clipboard. Next up in action, two important things. We've got our neighbours, Bayley and Sasha. If you want to know more about that, watch our previous video covering NXT, Progress Wrestling and other bits and pieces. This is also the part of the show where I purchased the worst hot dog in living memory. Spent about £5 on this thing, and look at this floppy, sad sagginess. Here we go, fatal 4-way for the women's match. Charlotte Flair, who we knew was going to have like a spectacular entrance. And I was really looking forward to this, even like, though, again, the addition of Nia Jax somehow annoyed people. I don't get why. Oh, because she's not a good worker. No, it's fine. Like, some people aren't going to do like flips and stuff. She was a perfect addition to this storyline. She's the monster. She was creating peril for the other characters. I mean, it was an elimination match, so she could have got dusted. I think she definitely did get dusted first, so everyone else can have their other little bits and pieces. Didn't know what the fuss was about that. To be honest, I don't even think Nia Jax is really that bad. I think she's a pretty good monster. She plays the role that she needs to have in this sort of story very well. So, and also, of course, with Charlotte Flair, as I was hoping, lots of excellent, wonderful fireworks. Hooray! My mate got some excellent photos of those. Just, if you wanted to know. Next up we had Sasha. Well, actually no, we had Bayley, but I put these clips in the wrong order. Sasha coming out on Brum. If you don't know who Brum is, then look that up. But yeah, it was like, it's not quite the Hummer that she used to come out with in like previous events. I thought that this little thing was a little bit less boss.
What is that?
As you can see, I'm just a bit like, for sure. Well done, Sasha. There's a little better look. There's, oh hang on, then there's Bayley. Bayley just looked like she was like, that looks a teeny tiny bit lame. Looks like one of those like pretend little cars that you get when you're 4 and you can drive around in. Here comes Bayley, who, as we said in the last video, she was at our hotel. We didn't get to chat to Bayley or Sasha much because, well, Bayley, whenever we saw Bayley, like, it was just obvious that she was there trying to chill. I mean, she'd had like the most busiest weekend of wrestling of her lives. It was busy for us, so it must have been pretty intense for her. So she was like sort of chilling on her phone. But anyone who did actually come over and chat to her, she always had loads of time for. There was this excellent little moment where a little girl sort of came up and was like, "Oh my God, are you the WWE Women's Champion?" And Bayley was like, yeah, sure. And then the little girl was like really sort of stunned and nervous. And then Bailey was nice. She was like, you can get a picture if you want. And then the girl was made up, had the little photo with Bailey, because obviously the little girl was too nervous to actually ask. Bailey was wicked. She lovely, lovely person. Just as the heart fireworks go out. So well done, Bailey, for being an excellent, lovely person. Good on you. So that was all the good stuff. Then we had the Hall of Fame. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame live. For me, with a lot of wrestling going on, I just prefer to watch the Hall of Fame because I feel like you're not really missing much. I've seen it live before, lovely time. But here comes Kurt Angle. Only in wrestling. Only in wrestling would "you suck" be a term of endearment. 70,000 people lovingly shouting "you suck" at you. What a nice, heartwarming moment that must have been for old Kurt. This time next year, I'm calling it, he's coming back. That'll be his return match. I mean, it'll probably happen sooner, but he's going to be at Mania 34. I am positive. And him goes my brain dreaming up scenarios which are probably not going to happen in real life. But yeah, just trying to think, like Kurt or Cesaro. What else is? I mean, probably going to end up being like Angle Rusev or something, but Angle Nakamura, Angle AJ Styles, Angle Joe. Oh my Dilly Gongani. Now that's fantasy warfare comes true, or whatever that catchphrase was. So now we're on to the tag team ladders match. Enzo and Cass, who debuted on the Raw. I was at their debut at the Raw of the Mania last year, and they are pretty much doing exactly the same stuff 365 days later. I don't know with Enzo and Cass, like, obviously everyone loves a sing-song, but I'd like to see them do just like something. So I don't want them to get booed, because I sort of feel like that's on the edge. We're on the edge of that. Like when someone was like, "Thank you, Sheamus," after he booted Enzo in the skull. Maybe it's also because Corey Graves is too funny at insulting Enzo. Here we go, here comes a little sing-along, which is everyone can enjoy. Sing along at home if you know. This is Big Cass. He said it all. Yeah, you can't, I mean, when you're 70,000 people doing your little catchphrase, like that's money, man. So you just heard my mate being like, Sean's hopeful something's going to happen here. As Gallows and Anderson's entrance finished, I was like, something please happen. And then people knew. People knew, man. People knew stuff was about to happen. Oh, this was such an excellent moment. So this, what is coming up now, is probably one of the Mania moments of this year's WrestleMania. I mean, I'm going to shut up and just enjoy this so you can hear the reactions. People are already excited. I love how Kofi pretends to sort of get ready.
Yeah, hopefully. There's one more team involved in this match.
I'll get goosebumps again just watching this back, man.
Now, I'm wondering who this fourth team.
Oh, such a good moment. Such a good moment. Are going mad. My mate's just absolutely losing it. I'm just saying stuff, making noises. Oh, so good. Yes, Hardys. There's a lot of chat about it, like leading up to it, whether they were going to come back on Raw. I didn't expect them to actually turn up at WrestleMania, really. And that's what you pay your money for, folks. That's why we fly over there, because those moments are insane. As is stuff like this. Jeff Hardy just coming straight back, no messing, doing crazy Jeff Hardy stuff. Straight up. That guy, man. Absolute insanity. Loved it. Who is this guy, out of interest? This dude who they brought in for the John Cena Miz mixed tag. Is that fine? It was just all so weird. I don't get what he is. American lot. Do you know that? Is it Reverend Al Sharpton? Or have I just thought of a completely different person? Who was the dude who was doing this? The guy who was the special ring announcer. If you know who he is and what he does, I mean, I could Google it myself, but I'd rather ask you guys. You'd probably give me much funnier descriptions of what he is. So yeah, Miz and Cena all about to kick off. I mean, the real sort of thing about this was the whole impending, well, what everyone was sort of rumouring was going to be John Cena and Nikki Bella doing the little proposal. There's a part of me thinking that maybe Miz could have, you know, sneaked a little cheeky victory for this. Oh mate, I don't even dislike John Cena. But for some reason I'm booing the absolute snot out of him. But it is fun to boo John Cena. Even though I think he's probably one of the best men who ever lived in terms of his drive, determination, and what he does for like charities and stuff. Fair play. And oh god, and
Is he going to quote his own entrance music?
we were so awful during this.
Maybe if he nails it with the AA.
Listen to this gutter chat from us at this point.
Heel turn Cena, no.
It would be hilarious though. He just slammed her with the AA. Also be one of the worst things ever, but how everyone was like being really respectful and we're the guys just being like, no. My mate Pearson had no time for this. Absolutely no time for this total divas-esque nonsense. He was getting so annoyed. Why am I so hostile towards this? What is wrong with me? God, that stupid pillar! Get out the way! What is wrong with us? Absolute thugs. Everyone else taking it in the spirit that it deserves. And then we wanted, if that wasn't enough, we wanted the lovely, beautiful moment to be destroyed by a skull-crushing finale. But it would be good though, wouldn't it? That would have been sick. So this is where my camera starts running out of battery and space. So the stuff which is recorded from here is a little bit more sparing. So we had Triple H and Rollins. So thoughts on Triple H and Rollins? Again, like, WrestleMania was awesome. Like, it was awesome. This was the match which felt a little bit more of a letdown for me. I don't know if this was because I was a little bit lagging at this point, but I don't know. I remember Triple H and Sting, which was a similar sort of style match, being insanely good. Like, well, that's one of my favourite Mania matches with all the shenanigans, but this sort of fell flat. Just a ravishing Rick Rude bit on the Titantron during Goldberg's entrance. I thought this was sick. This was excellent. This was exactly how I thought we would go. So, the things with Goldberg and Lesnar, I knew that they were going to come out and every single little thing that they did was always going to get a reaction from the crowd, and that's all you wanted. It was like, what, 10 moves? But all of them got a decent, like, pop. It was like a big, massive fight feel. Excellent. So good. Like, for what it was, for its place in the show. Managed to miss Bray Wyatt's entrance, getting chicken tenders, which was dumb, because the guy serving me Oh, I don't want to go into that guy. Really annoyed me, but I basically missed Bray Wyatt's entrance. Here's Undertaker and Roman Reigns. This was an insane thing to be a part of. Like, so when you're sort of looking back at all your sort of WrestleMania moments, that moment when the Undertaker wins the match, takes off his gloves, his hat, and his coat. In fact, just the moment when he starts taking off his gloves, because that's when we all sort of realise, holy smoke, like, this is it. He's actually calling it right now. And there was just a moment of like realisation of everyone around. Because you make friends with everyone around you as well at WrestleMania. You're there for 8 hours. You get to know, like, you're chatting to people, and everyone's just sort of looking at each other like, holy moly, like this is such a massive thing. And then the goosebumps go, and that was an insane moment, because there will almost certainly not be anyone like the Taker, man. And I genuinely think that's it. I would be really, like, he's old school, man. He's gonna put the young up and comer out, and then ride off into the sunset with little to, apart from the Hall of Fame. That will be a sort of big sort of farewell. But yeah, I think this is where my phone runs out of battery. Just a quick one on the outcome of Reigns and Taker. Yeah, that's what needed to happen. Like, Roman Reigns, man, is such a quandary, because I could do like a whole video on Roman Reigns. I think he literally could be awesome if they just let him be a silent, absolute destroyer. I'll talk more about that in the Raw video, because I've got a lot. I'll basically round up all my thoughts on all of those things in the Raw video, which is going to be coming up soon as well, because we got to be pushing like 22 minutes on this, and you've got lives to live, okay? You've got stuff to do. If you haven't already, go and watch how jet lagged I am in the first video. Oh my days, the state of me. So go back and watch that if you want. We've also got a I don't know what order things are going to come out, because I'm sort of trying to do everything at once. So it may have already come out, or it may still be coming out. The Open Challenge for the tag team titles, and then the Elimination Chamber event. This is for the WWE 2K17 we're doing. I don't know if I'm going to mention this. I'll mention it in this video. Anyway, so we're going to have the Heroes Championship match. We're going to have an N60 tag team match between the champions and Timmy Terror and Mr. Mister. We'll have the N60 Elimination Chamber match. And if you haven't already, we're going to have a Heroes Money in the Bank ladder match. Where you can, if you win the briefcase, you can cash in for any title you want at any time. How's that going to work? I've got no idea. That's with the cash in, but you can just submit your entries for that using the same form that you did for the Royal Rumble stuff. So, easy peasy. Right, geez, we are pushing on. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Hit like before you do, though. Bye.